Hey everybody, so we're here today. We did not plan this, but kind of fun. We're going to do a workout. We've been getting lots of questions on how does someone get started if you're older, maybe you've had some injuries, and you want to start working out.
Right, that's why I called it geezer-proof
I did not say that.
Because so many people write in and it's like, I'm 70 or I'm 80, and you say exercise. What do you do that's safe? Safe is always the most important thing.
So I want to start off by telling you why I'm doing some of these exercises. These you can actually adapt for your skill level. So my mom in January had a really bad fall. She actually fell on her head. Not only had a bad concussion, but she had a brain bleed. So her balance was greatly affected. She couldn't do anything for several months, lost a lot of function. So to get her strong, we have her working out now. But I want to show you how we started to build her strength again. So no matter where you're starting from, you can do this. So let's get started. So one of the things, a couple of basics. You always want to start with stretching. That's going to be a whole different video. We can't do stretching and everything in one video. But you want to start with some stretching, and you want to work on balance. So we want you building balance so you don't fall, because that's a disaster, right?
It's one of the #1 causes of things that kill people.
Fatal injuries, because you don't recover from, if you're frail and you can't recover and
break
fall.
a hip and
Right.
so on. Which is why you should have a bone density scan to make sure you don't have osteoarthritis or osteoporosis. And if you do, make sure you get it treated.
So one of the things you want to be able to do eventually is get to a point where you can do a squat, a weighted squat. You have weights in your hands, and I'm a little locked in here, but where you can squat and then come back up safely. But if you're starting out, you might not have that strength, and you want to get to where you can do it with weights. So here's what we did for my mom. You always want to make sure that you can do this where you're supported, because she didn't have balance, right? So you support yourself with a chair in front of you and a chair behind you. That way if you lose a little balance, you fall into a chair. Make sure it's a stable chair. You can just hold on to the chair in front of you and make sure you squat. See, squatting is so important because, all right, I'm just going to be really frank here. As we age, you need to be able to squat. Think about things like getting up and down off of a toilet. I'm a nurse, sorry. It just is a fact. You have to be able to get yourself up and down.
I actually don't think the nurse thing has anything to do with it.
It's just a fact. I'm sorry. You got to be able to squat and get up and down, right? So, and as you come up, make sure you squeeze, okay? Squeeze your bottom as you come up so you're building strength. Do it really slow. And then that's one of the things that we do. Another thing you can do are some leg, so I'm going to do this where you can see me. I want you to get actually directly behind the chair, but I want you to see it. So if you hold on to a chair, you can do some leg raises, same things. Tighten those glutes, tighten your legs. These are very simple exercises that are going to help you. Okay, just tighten some stuff up. Okay, so this is all for your lower legs. One thing you can do is you can get some leg weights, some very light leg weights. Put them on your ankles, and so that you're not doing anything to hurt yourself, you can just do some seated leg lifts and just alternate
so start
them.
with just 2 pounds?
3 to, increase them up to 5, and just simply do this. But that's going to help build some strength in the front of your legs. Really important to help you stay safe. So those are just a few things I'd recommend if you're just starting out, if you've had problems with falls, or you're trying to build some strength and some balance. That's going to keep you super safe. So that's a few things for legs. Anything you want to add for legs?
Walking, I think it's an amazing exercise. People who walk a mile a day, 5 or 6 days a week, have more gray matter in their brain. But if you're not stable, take a cane with you.
Or use a treadmill with rails. So you can always do that.
Well, and you actually have something that's very cool.
I love it.
She has a treadmill desk.
Yes.
And it wasn't very expensive, but she has a desk, and above she has a treadmill. So when she answers emails in the morning, she actually does it while she's getting
So I get
steps.
super grumpy if I sit still for very long. And my back hurts, right? So that way I'm able to walk. So a couple things. I want to move this out of the way because we're going to actually show you, and I'm going to grab, hold on, I'm going to step out of frame for a second. I'm going to grab a band. If you get a simple band, we're showing you stuff you don't have to spend a lot of money buying equipment for. You can do some biceps and some shoulders. If you just step on a band, like so, and you just do biceps like this. Now you can always go buy some very light dumbbells. Start with 3, work up to, 5, 8, 10 pounds. But if you just start really light and just do bicep curls. You can also shorten this. I'm just for now going to do it this way, but if you just hold it out in front of you about like that, and you just stretch it out, you're going to get your shoulders. And Tighten your, like pull your shoulder blades together when you do this. Really good for your shoulders, okay? You can do shoulders that way. There's several different ways you can do this, but that's a really good start that's going to keep you very safe. So that's a couple things you can do for shoulders. Let's talk about a ball. If you can get a ball, why don't you show them the stir the pot? Show them the plank and the stir the pot on the ball. Hopefully you can see him. So what you want to do with this, keep your back perfectly straight. You don't want to bend, so you don't want this, okay? So you want perfect, you want to look like a table going down. So keep your back and your legs straight.
And it completely works your abs.
Right.
And then if you just move your arms
as you advance,
just a little bit.
So keep it still if you're just starting. And as you advance, you just move your arms a little bit, then you reverse it and go the other way. Now, you can also do planks on the ground, just like so, and you just hold it. So you can do it either way. This is actually, if you're starting out, might be a little bit easier to get started, but then you just start to stir the planks.
So I taught my dad to do a plank, and he's like a beast. He's crazy.
And he's 86.
You know, he's 87.
87.
We would do 30 seconds. He's like, I can go longer. And then we'd do a minute. And then it got to be 3 minutes, I'm like shaking.
But see,
and I'm like, I'm going to beat him. This was like a couple of weeks ago. And I went 3 minutes and 30 seconds. He went 4:08.
Yeah.
It was very irritating.
No, he's very competitive. That's good. But same thing. He was really sick. So we started him off with these simple.
3 pounds,
Yep.
6 pounds, 12 pounds. And last week he actually did an ab crunch. I bought him a workout machine for Christmas last year. Did 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. But we want you to start small. The first rule, I told him when we started working out, never hurt yourself. If something hurts, stop and don't do it.
So let me show you 2 more quick things. There's one thing called, it's I don't know, people call them bird dogs or Superman, different things. This is going to help with your balance. So if you just go on all fours like so, and then you raise one foot and your opposite arm. Keep your head straight, okay? And just hold it and tighten your bottom as you do it and hold, okay? And this is going to help you to start to gain some balance. And just do that. Hold it for a few seconds on each side and do 10 on each side. It's going to really start to help. But you want to start doing things to build that balance. And then one last thing that's super simple. You want to actually start building straight balance. So start standing on one leg, put your foot out, and then start like going back and forth, okay, with your leg. Now, if you're just starting, keep something close by for you to hold on to. Keep a chair near you. Try and do it to where you, try and get to where you can do this without a chair on both sides, but keep the chair nearby so that you can start to build your balance. Because this is going to be very important for your stability overall. Now, of course, we can go on, and we probably will do another one for you, but this is just to get started, okay? Just get started, do something, start moving. As simple as it is, this is going to help you a lot.
The stronger you are as you age, the less likely you are to get Alzheimer's disease. Exercise is an absolutely critical part of brain health.
Yes. Have a great day.